Human ingenuity has been the key to the most groundbreaking and astounding medical advancements throughout history. Our mastery of pharmacology, surgery, nuclear medicine, and alternative medicine have been the source of hope and healing. While still not yet perfected, modern medicine still continues to provide patients the ability to overcome disease and conditions once considered impossible to treat. Now, the practice of medicine as we know it is on the precipice of revolutionary and potentially irreversible change.
It's called the singularity. It's a singularity like a black hole, because you don't know what happens after that. It's hard to predict.
This is no longer science fiction. Thanks to a new tool called CRISPR-Cas9. In the last 3 years, scientists have delivered CRISPR-Cas9 to human cells and precisely fixed the genetic mutations that cause cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, muscular dystrophy, and Huntington's disease.
Thanks to rapid advancements driven primarily by cutting-edge use of artificial intelligence and genomics, the next 5 to 10 years promises to see the most transformative changes ever in the history of medicine and in human existence as a whole.
The one thing to know about AI, the most important thing to know about AI, it's the first technology in history that can make decisions by itself and can create new ideas by itself.
Together, AI and genomics are expected to create a dynamic and powerful new playing field in the area of medicine. We are now entering a new era of what technology futurists call precision medicine or personalized medicine.
The University of Sydney scientists created this, seq-RNA, a tiny programmable strand of molecules which can be used to change DNA.
It opens the option for us to precisely manipulate the genome as we want.
It's considered simpler, safer, and more effective than CRISPR, the gene editing tech which won a Nobel Prize in 2020 and revolutionized biotechnology. The potential applications for the Australian-made tool are near endless, from boosting yields from crops to fixing mutations in animals and eliminating some of the more than 6,000 genetic diseases in humans.
Introducing Ectolife, the world's first artificial womb facility, powered entirely by renewable energy.
But more controversially, it will also give humans new powers and abilities over things once uncontrollable. Genomics will play a role in the creation of new life outside the womb.
Ectolife allows infertile couple to conceive a baby and become the true biological parents of their own offspring.
And in more extreme of cases, completely redesign the human genome to enhance performance or to purposefully change the core essence of a living being.
Imagine if you had a personalized algorithm that would take better care of you than you can yourself, giving you near perfect physical and mental health. The trade-off is you need to say yes to the algorithm. That means you eat the foods the algorithm tells you to eat. You eat when the algorithm tells you to eat. You go to bed when the algorithm tells you, so you're following the algorithm. Now, there's like a recalibration that happens in your life. Would you opt into it?
You've probably heard of Brian Johnson. He's the man behind the Blueprint Protocol, an open-source project that overhauls his diet, fitness activities, and how he measures the impacts on his body. It's an attempt at reversing aging.
Stand on the precipice of a new era in human history, one shaped by the convergence of artificial intelligence and genomics.
Introducing BrainBridge, the world's first revolutionary concept for a head transplant machine, which uses state-of-the-art robotics and artificial intelligence to conduct complete head and face transplantation procedures.
Elon Musk's Neuralink brain implant may get the biggest spotlight right now, but Neuralink is only one small company in the rapidly emerging world of brain-computer interface. There are currently hundreds of people out there who have successfully connected the human mind with computer technology, and many of them didn't even need brain surgery to do it.
But it's not without its risks. Some fear that we are opening a Pandora's box, unleashing unknown consequences that could alter the very fabric of our existence, thus creating new questions surrounding ethics and concerns about potential and unexpected danger.
Days later, researchers wrote that the animal appeared to collapse from exhaustion and fatigue and was subsequently euthanized. An autopsy then showed the monkey had suffered from a brain hemorrhage, according to the report.
We are probably one of the last generations of Homo sapiens. Within a century or two, Earth will be dominated by entities that are more different from us than we are different from Neanderthals or from chimpanzees. Because in the coming generations, we will learn how to engineer bodies and brains and minds.
It seems humankind has finally reached a pinnacle in its ascent toward medical and scientific discovery.
One company at the forefront of it all is Delphi, with the launch of their groundbreaking AI clones. From answering questions to sitting in on Zoom calls via a clone. And making his first ever television appearance is Dara's AI clone. Let me ask you what you believe the purpose or the uses of having a clone.
The purpose of having a clone is to scale your unique way of thinking and interacting. It allows you to share your knowledge, experiences, and personality with others in a personalized way.
These will be the main products of the economy, of the 21st century economy. Not textiles and vehicles and weapons, but bodies and brains and minds. Now, how exactly will the future masters of the planet look like? This will be decided by the people who own the data. Those who control the data control the future not just of humanity, but the future of life itself.
But are these incredible advancements signifying a broader conflict with the forces of nature, and perhaps even the divine order itself? Are we, in our relentless pursuit of progress, challenging the very essence of existence that has shaped our world and our understanding of the sacred?
And humans really don't know themselves very well. This is why algorithms have a real chance of getting to know ourselves better. We don't really know ourselves.
There will be no distinction post-singularity between human and machine or between physical and virtual reality. It's very important to understand that transhumanism is simply the transitional stage between humanism and post-humanism. Make no mistake, the final goal is to eradicate humanity as we know it.
We have already fully embraced this movement towards singularity, but are we so invested that we no longer have other choices?
Maybe the most important exchange in this respect will be in healthcare. The big battle over what we today call privacy will be between privacy and health. Do you give access to what is happening inside your body and brain in exchange for far better healthcare? And my guess is that health will win, hands down. People will give up their privacy in exchange for healthcare, and maybe in many places they won't have a choice. I mean, they won't even get insurance if they are unwilling to give access to what is happening inside their bodies.
Right.
Prevention is getting less and less attention in many, many ways because doctors are so busy. These AI programs are not infallible. In fact, they can make mistakes, but at least it's a conversation you can have, and then you can go decide, should I actually discuss this with my doctor?
For on this, maybe I need a different x-ray, but to just go to a visit of a robot, I don't know if I could ever do that, Doc.
You just made a really great point. If a medical center relies on AI and the AI gets it wrong, there's even a term for this. It's called hallucinating. AI can hallucinate. Can you believe that? Like suddenly AI doesn't know where it is and it gets something wrong, the medical center's still liable. And how about me versus AI making a diagnosis? What if AI gets something right and I get it wrong? I'm liable. All of this liability. And the thing that bothers me the most is insurance companies using AI to determine if you get that test approved or not.
Now, when the two revolutions merge, when the infotech revolution merges with the biotech revolution, what you get is the ability to hack human beings.
There are now proposals on the table
governmental agencies proposing by the year 2030 that all newborns be implanted with a computer chip in the brain. They say to give them the edge in business and in technology and to be able to compete successfully in life.
You know, if politicians vote this in as a part of medicine, then allopathic medicine is going to have to learn how to deal with this. And, you know, allopathic medicine can look at this and they can decide whether they want to utilize it or they can decide whether they want to rise above it and, you know, do something different and improve medicine instead of utilize personalized genomic medicine.
Is this the end of your profession?
No, I'm saying that it's a wake-up call that we got to relook at our empathy, how we make complex decisions, and the art of medicine. We got to keep to that. That's the most important thing. AI cannot do the art of medicine.
Doc,
This medicine needs to be done by a human, not a computer. And we need to have human brain, the human spirit, the human eyes on human health, not some sort of artificial intelligence.
What if there is still yet a third solution toward well-being that encompasses a broader and more ancient view toward health and healing? One that utilizes natural health solutions combined with the best that allopathic and alternative medicine have to offer. Perhaps the answer to true health and healing can be found in nature and has been with us, in us, and all around us since the beginning of time.
That bugs are the nature of degeneration and death.
For decades, scientists studied bacteria one organism at a time as if each type of bacteria behaved independently. But we now know that bacterial behaviors, both good and bad, result from their interactions within complex microbiomes. In humans, dysfunctional gut microbiomes are associated with diseases as diverse as Alzheimer's and asthma. And in farm animals, microbiomes produce methane. But when they're healthy, both human and animal microbiomes can actually prevent disease.
There are doctors who claim them to be epigenetic specialists and masters, and so to speak, and they claim to know the key points of how to prevent chronic illness and degeneration. And I haven't seen that to be true. People are still getting sick who are taking the recommendations. People are still developing chronic illness and people are still dying.
While science, allopathic, and alternative medicine agree that pathogens may hold the true key to longevity, some proponents of alternative medicine diverge from there, saying that AI-driven genomics as the sole solution to eradicating illness and increasing longevity is not sustainable, let alone possible. Rather, they say complete medicine, a medical approach that combines the best of allopathic and alternative medicine, will emerge as the true future of medicine.
Complete medicine needs to get out there and it needs to, show some results on a huge scale and show insurance companies and the powers that be that this is an effective way on how to reverse disease and how to prevent disease and how inexpensive and cheap it is, but how much personalized care it needs at the same time. People need that personalized care. Complete medicine is really done in stages, and it's done by, effective diagnostic procedures, detoxifications, and then it's taken into consideration stress management, and then it's taken into consideration rooting out all pathogenic categories, then regenerate, and then education on how to prevent this from happening again. Right now, we have the freedom to choose the therapy that we desire for our health concerns and our disease concerns. We don't necessarily always have the ability to choose for our children.
This is the generation, Andre. It's not going to drag on forever. We're at this pivotal point where the technology as at this stage where we are now making a decision. And I'm fascinated by this because it's never happened before. We now have the ability to make decisions that will not change so much the world around us, but the world within us forever in ways that can never be reversed. This goes all the way down to the genetic level. And when we define human through a very specific quality of DNA, we now have on the table proposals for medications, for different kinds of medical applications that will forever change who we are genetically.
Unless you have some global agreement on how to deal with this, then no country would like to stay behind in the race.
The choice is ours. We can choose to embrace the future, to harness the power of AI and genomics for the betterment of humanity. Or we can cling to the past, fearing the unknown and resisting change. One thing is clear, there is no turning back. The future is here, and it is up to us to decide what it will look like going forward. I'm Nicole Selleck, and this has been The Future of Medicine, a Natural Evolution.